Should you or should you not have a spreadsheet or keep a spreadsheet for your card collection? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because in Chris McGill's, the person from Card Ladder and the House of Jordan podcast, in his most recent podcast, he brought up this conversation of whether or not you should or should not have a spreadsheet. Now, I do have a spreadsheet that I keep track of my collection. I've made some videos on it in the past. I'll put a link down below in the description where you can have an example of it for yourself, which a lot of people have used, which is, I think, I'm glad to be able to help those people out with that. But he brings up Chris McGill brings up some good points in his podcast about whether or not you should or shouldn't. So let's just talk about that in my own experience with it. So obviously having a spreadsheet, it can be tedious and it takes up time, which can take some of the joy out of card collecting. And I could definitely see that side of it. And he mentions that. But to me, like, I got into cards in the first place when I was a kid because of the numbers and all the numbers in the back of the card, and so creating a spreadsheet and putting in all the information, kind of has ties to that to me a little bit. Now I don't, I have the spreadsheet but I'm not like tied to the spreadsheet. So when I'm buying cards, like, I'm not like going to my spreadsheet and making sure of everything. I'm not doing anything like that. I have it, to, like I said, I actually keep track of my collection, and see kind of the value of the collection. And it's just a fun part for me. It's like an escape, it's kind of escapism. So when I'm, working on it, all you're thinking about is the cards and the values and what you have or don't have. And so, and that's a big part of it as well. So I can see kind of both sides of, like, because it is takes up a lot of time for sure, but that's kind of the joy in it for me as well. Just to get lost in the cards and all the numbers and the data and everything like that for sure. I'd love to hear other people's thoughts, either those who don't have a spreadsheet to keep track of their collections at all and your reasons why, and for those that do have it and how you use it, because how I use my spreadsheet, is probably a lot different than how other people use their spreadsheets as well. I have parts of it that I use as a checklist for a couple sets, and then I keep track of some of the cards I want to keep track of for all the different things I collect, which is mostly now non-sports cards and the old Tar Heels there. So if you have any questions, or if you'd like to start your own spreadsheet, like I said, I'll put the link down there. All you got to do is click on it and click make a copy, and then you'll have kind of the format for starting out your own spreadsheet. So look forward to hearing seeing the comments, and happy collecting.